Hello and welcome to Secrets of Organ Playing podcast. We are your hosts, Vidas
and Aušra Pinkevičienė.
We've been mastering secrets of organ playing for more than 20 years and sharing them on this blog since 2011.
On this show, which we create from our home in Vilnius, Lithuania, we strive to help you grow in every area of organ playing, including practice, technique, repertoire, sight reading, hymn playing, improvisation, composition, music theory, harmony, and many others.
Our hope is to help you become a complete musician, or what we call as total organist, a program which we have created to help you reach your dreams faster than you would do on your own.
If you are new here, we invite you to subscribe to receive free updates of this blog at organduo.lt. By subscribing, you will also receive free video how to master any organ composition and 10-day organ playing mini course.
And now let's go to the podcast for today. Hi guys, this is Vidas.
And Aušra.
Let's start episode 335 of Secrets of Organ Playing podcast. This question was sent by Neil, and he writes, Hi Vidas and Aušra. Thanks for your email and I love your wonderful conversational style. I take it that Lithuanian is your native language, but your English is delightful. I admire that so much, as I'm afraid we Americans are mostly unilingual. My grandfather sang songs in Lithuanian, Polish, Russian and English. His father was Polish, but he grew up in Lithuania because his mother's family owned a farm there, I think not far from Kaunas. On a musical note, I will soon be taking my first formal organ lessons from a local church organist. The church where I am choir director will pay for them, and I am delighted. I've been a musician or music teacher for 40 years, but not on the organ. I'm still looking for organ shoes, but my feet are extra wide, and I also need loafers because I prefer not to deal with the laces. Will I be able to find organ shoes like that? Thank you again for your wonderful, inspiring messages and music. God bless. You are both earning your angel wings. Take care, Neil. Wow, what can you say, Aušra?
That's a very nice letter. Thank you, Neil. And our English is not as, delightful, at least not for my ears.
Many people say we have Russian accents. At least I do.
And it's funny because the Lithuanian and Russian actually stems from different language groups.
Mm-hmm.
And we are not similar in any ways.
And Latvian organ builder Jānis Kalniņš, who worked on our church's organ, St. John's organ, he said that I have a Russian accent when I talk in English.
That's funny because you can't talk Russian very well.
But when I talk Russian, what kind of accent I have?
Lithuanian, probably.
Yes.
Maybe English.
Mm-hmm. I forgot most of my Russian, of course, because we've been Western oriented for so long.
True.
And of course, interestingly enough, some YouTuber who watched my videos online said that I look like a Count Dracula with a funny accent.
Yes.
Count Dracula, it's because of my teeth, and funny accent is probably because of this Russian.
True. But the funniest thing is that when we lived in Ann Arbor for 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
in Michigan, many people thought that we are from Germany. Somehow, I don't know why.
We look like from Germany to them, probably.
Well, anyway, we look like from,
Europe.
Northern Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Because of all those blue eyes.
And relatively light hair.
True.
Mm-hmm. It's nice that Neil's father was Polish and he grew up in Lithuania.
But yes, I feel you sort of a little bit sorry for Americans, who cannot learn languages very well.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you are, living in a big country, you don't have a need for it.
You have a need for Spanish,
Yes,
for sure.
I guess so, yes. Because remember when we lived in Nebraska for 3 years, even in Lincoln, we had a few places where you could find, Spanish signs.
Mm-hmm.
Bilingual. Bilingual, or, on Mexican restaurants, or at Mexican stores.
Or even in supermarkets.
Yes, and we had quite, a few Mexican living there.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess the more south you go, the more Spanish folks you would get there.
I wish I knew how to talk Polish. In Polish.
True. And it's funny because, I spent most of my life in Vilnius, where I was born. And Polish folks did a great influence for Vilnius because at some time, it even belonged to Poland. And I guess there are still some different feelings about that subject.
Right.
Between Poles and Lithuanians. Well, anyway, but it's my hometown, so I consider it as my town. But most of my relatives, we came from the southern part of Lithuania, which was actually related to Germans.
Mm-hmm.
And even in their language, we still use some really German words.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we even know that those words are German.
For example?
Like, for example, Stube.
Uh-huh.
Who would else in Lithuania would call the house Stube? Nobody. But that region. But funny enough is that, it's close to the Polish border. And on the TV in the Soviet times, you could watch the Polish channels.
Mm-hmm.
So most of my cousins actually they learned Polish only by watching a TV. And we are so surprised and amazed and looks at me as to a dummy because I don't know Polish while living all my life in Vilnius.
Mm-hmm.
But actually on the street you cannot hear a lot of Polish speaking.
Unless you go to the villages and other small towns around Vilnius, then there is a lot of Polish people.
Yes, or you would go to a Polish mass.
Mm-hmm. Like the Church of the Holy Ghost, where this famous 1776 Kasparini organ is. It's completely Polish congregation. No Lithuanian masses are held there, only in Polish. So it's really useful in that case. If we knew some Polish, I think we could connect much better with the Polish congregation.
True. I don't think it would be so hard to learn it because we know Russian, so Polish still is related to it because it's the same language group, Slavic.
Right.
Well, and I think it's so wonderful that Neil is starting to learn to play the organ.
Good luck, Neil. We hope you will learn a lot and enjoy the process. And let us know how your progress goes. And of course, you need organ shoes for that.
True. But if it's really hard for you to find something, maybe, I don't know if in the United States there are people who do that, but I'm sure there must be some who actually make special shoes.
Custom shoes.
Custom shoes. We measure your foot and, take measurements and do things.
It's like when you go to the tailor and he could create a suit for you. So the same as with shoemaker, probably.
True.
Do you think that there are organ shoes without laces?
Well,
It would be also very comfortable for me, my feet, because I'm lazy.
I know you are too lazy to. For women, yes, of course, most of organ shoes have without laces, but for men, unfortunately, not.
No, I haven't seen. But you could maybe buy loafers which would look sort of similar to organ shoes, right? What you need is pointed toes and maybe 2-3 inches of heels, leather soles, and that's it probably. What else?
Well, anyway, I think for men it's easier to find suitable shoes comparing to a woman.
Mm-hmm. And those loafers need to have a thin soles, not thick, because you need to bend your or flex your soles and feet sometimes.
Well, yes.
Mm-hmm. Let us know how it goes. It will be interesting to see if you find any, and if you find any loafers that fit your feet and looks good when you play the organ and fits well, maybe you could take a picture and send it to us. We could share it on the blog.
Definitely.
Wonderful. Thank you guys for sending these questions. We really love helping you grow. And remember, when you practice,
Miracles happen.
This blog is supported by Total Organist, the most comprehensive organ training program online, where you will find courses for every area of organ playing, including technique, practice, sight reading, repertoire playing, hymn playing, improvisation, composition, music theory, and harmony, with hundreds of scores and thousands of exercises. Here is what some of the students are saying.
Hugh writes, the sight reading course has helped me tremendously. Thank you very much for your essays, courses, and all your help.
Robert writes, I found the fingerings, registration ideas, and general comments to be excellent.
John writes, I have found your download very helpful. It was really excellent. I have watched some of your teaching videos, and when I read your instructions, I tried to imagine you were teaching me. You may feel disappointed that I am 2-3 days behind, but I am a slow learner, and I have committed to taking the time to get it right, as you say. But the other night my wife commented that she had never heard me play such a detailed melody in the left hand so well. My left hand is generally poor.
Robert writes, it has been a great pleasure in my life of having discovered your courses and material as well as the YouTube work of recordings. You have a calm and pleasant way of teaching.
Ron writes, Hi Vidas and Ausra, thank you guys. What a wonderful response to my email note to you. You've got me right, and I feel you understand my level of playing. Yes, at home and lucky that I have an organ for that reason. I am paying attention to this, and I am going to try this haha no longer secret model. Yes, and I love Cesar Frank too. What is very nice about your blog podcast is that Ausra and Vidas are like a Socratic dialogue, and by bouncing things off of each other, so much more information comes out and is expressed. Your comments contain a wealth of information and understanding. I really appreciate this. It is very inspiring and will keep us moving forward.
Would you like to receive the same or even better results that our students are getting? If so, join them at organduo.lt/total-organist. And of course, you will get the first month free too. You can cancel anytime.
Also, if you haven't yet subscribed to receive free updates of this blog, make sure you do that at organduo.lt. By subscribing, you will also receive free video, how to master any organ composition, and 10-day organ playing mini course.
This was Vidas
And Ausra from Secrets of Organ Playing.
and remember, when you practice,
Miracles happen.